the Charlie Kirk trial and see it. Robinson's ex-lover seen on video for the first time.
I need to place you under oath and also give you an admonition about false statements, okay? First,
what percentage are we sure Tyler did it? Every day it lowers. Every day the percentage goes down for me.
You do solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give in this issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
First, what's your name?
My name is Lance Twiggs.
And do you know Tyler Robinson?
Yes, I do.
And would you say when you first met Tyler?
I think it was 2023. I've known him longer than that, though. That was, I think, the first time I met him in person.
Okay.
I don't get it. What's going on here? I don't want to come across as insensitive, but what's happening here? Okay, you guys need to explain something to me. You guys need to explain something to me. And I don't want to come across as insensitive. Are they a trans person? Like, are they a trans woman? Did they detransition? Are they what do they say? Boy modding? Like, what's going on? Are they MB? Because like the way the media covered it, the way the media was covering this is like, this is a trans woman who's a furry, blah, 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 all this shit. Now, I'm not expecting them to be in court in a furry outfit. Boy moding, sorry, not modding. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Yes, I meant boy. Doesn't that sound right though? Like boy modding, like a mod. Like, no, you just put the mod on for the day. Like it's you installed the boy mod, like a mod pack. Did you just make a typo out loud? I just always assumed it has something to do with mods. Anyway, let's move on from this mistake. Let's just keep going.
Will you describe your relationship with Tyler when you first met him anyway?
Damn, double audio. No, but actually, okay. Going back and asking sincerely, what's the deal? Do we know? Does anyone else know? This is one of the fucking, obviously there's a million different problems with like transphobia that is so normalized in mainstream media, but like, I can't even get like a normal answer, not even from this community, but like, I can't get a normal answer from reading mainstream reporting because they all do it wrong. You know what I mean? They're never going to cover, like, this is sincerely one of the issues with the way that like mainstream media refuses to add, like, to update their style guides to make sure that they're not like engaging in transphobic stuff, not out of wokeness even, but just like purely out of, you know, how your primary job here should be to cover things correctly. You know what I mean? This is precisely the reason why, like, you can't even get accurate information, certainly not on Fox, but not even on like Guardian or the BBC or the New York Times, on whether or not this person is like a trans person. Are they not an out trans person? You know what I mean? Like, it's just because the way that the media covered the story initially was with the FBI revelations that this was like a trans woman. You sound like my grandpa. No, I'm trying. No, guys, come on. I'm being sincere. Why does it matter? Well, I'm trying to establish whether or not the FBI was lying or not. You know what I mean? I'm trans and confused as well. Check logs for response. Not all trans women take hormones or have surgery. They just dress and present in a way that feels feminine. We will commonly dress according to assigned birth agenda for quarter family weddings, etc. No, but that's what I'm saying. Is that what's going on here? That was simply the question I had. Which, by the way, again, I suspected that's what could be the case here. But do you see the broader point that I was making about like the media never really properly addressing trans-related things at all, and therefore it's virtually impossible to arrive at like accuracy in their coverage? It's another way that like wanting to or being careless about trans existence or being reluctant to address trans existence ends up fucking up your coverage.
Let's jump to September 10th. Right. You talked about the note that he left. I assume you read it.
Yeah.
And then what did you do with it after you read it?
I believe I just put it back down on the desk after I took a picture of it.
Okay. And again, the time you read it was probably around 11 o'clock or so on the 10th.
Yes.
The night of September 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever see that again after you placed it back on his desk?
No, I don't think I did.
They spent like 4 hours yesterday talking about redactions of audio video for inadmissible evidence in this exhibit. These are the edits they agreed on. The lover is selling him out. I mean, what do you mean? They had nothing to do with this. Why the fuck would they go to prison? What? Plus, you don't know if it was actually Tyler Robinson that sent those text messages. Just saying. Also, he turned himself in.
Political issues. So did you ever talk about gender identity issues and LGBTQ rights?
No, not really. Usually if he did talk about politics stuff, it was relating to Trump or current like policy.
This kind of stuff also doesn't make sense. This reminds me of the Thomas Crook situation, right? Where it's like you have a guy who's like not that involved in politics doing something so wild. Like, what the fuck is happening? It's just like none of that makes sense. None of this makes sense. Okay. I don't understand it. You like this guy's not even like seemingly all that involved in the realm of politics. Like doesn't necessarily give that much of a shit. Very important thing about both text messages, Discord messages, that they have timestamps. The exception is the death penalty case against Tyler Robinson, where text message and Discord messages no longer have timestamps for some reason. I mean, this is a mock-up and recreation of the text message exchange. It has the timestamps. 4:33, 1:15 p.m. Wednesday, 4:33 p.m. Wednesday, 11 p.m. Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard. What? You're joking, right? Fuck, I tried to delete that. He described it in the video about Charlie, and instead of wanting to do a crime of mass violence like a school shooting, they would instead want to make a mass spectacle of violence, like a targeted shooting and assassination. Yeah, but even then it's like, does this dude fit the profile of someone who was suicidal? Because an assassination is very different than like suicide by cop. Allegedly, Tyler Robinson was clearly trying to get away with it, which is precisely the reason why it doesn't seem like a suicide by cop situation at all. But assassinations are often highly motivated, especially a political assassination is going to be highly politically motivated. So then Tyler Robinson's profile doesn't fit the standard of a person that has any sort of like direct revenge fantasy here, especially if they're not constantly talking about like, I don't know, violence that trans people are experiencing or policies like that. And the role that Charlie Kirk plays in fomenting violence against transgender people. So that's why it's so confusing, because he doesn't fit the normal profile of a person like that. Like the Shinzo Abe assassin was very directional. Okay. Shinzo Abe's assassin knew exactly why he wanted to kill Shinzo Abe, right? There was a very clear goal there. There was very clear harm the assassin's mother had experienced, the assassin had experienced. You know, that's why he did it. Whereas in this circumstance, it's just like the amount of work that you put in to pulling off something like this, you probably need to be very motivated by something, very motivated by anger, very motivated politically. And so many of these like last sequence of high profile attempts and high profile assassinations, shootings in general, have been conducted by people with indecipherable politics. Now, I don't know if there's a byproduct of just being American and not really giving a fuck about politics, but it literally almost always gets reduced to, yeah, I tried to kill the president because I'm bored. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like seeing someone who's like a radical centrist who hates Donald Trump, but also hates like the left flank, attempt to kill the president at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You're like, what the fuck were you thinking? It's just people going, yeah, wanted to do this because I'm fucking bored. So to be fair, it almost makes sense as to why people think that these are all fake assassination attempts, right? It kind of makes sense as to why people look at this story and go, something doesn't add up. It's the product of nihilistic irony poisoning that communities like Moldman spread around. Yes, but also this person doesn't seem to fit that bill as well. Seems like a pretty fucking straight and narrow, cookie cutter, white, like somewhat liberal Mormon guy. You know what I mean? For the fact that it doesn't add up makes it more credible. So many loose ties and unanswered questions is not uncommon with natural acts of violence. I don't think it's a cover-up, sure. I have my own doubts, but it doesn't feel like a patsy for us or Israel assassination. And as Ken Dis would like to insinuate for views. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I'm never going to get in the way of people who think such things. You know, it's hard to make that counter argument. It's tough. It's out of my hands. Sorry. I tried really hard. Having said that, there is definitely a bunch of stuff that just like doesn't add up. Like the gun, how did it get there? How did it get disassembled, reassembled? Why did it get reassembled? Why doesn't it show up when he's running in the footage? You know, there's like a lot of stuff that is just like strange. The thing that I don't understand is like this guy, they do everything, right? Tyler Robinson allegedly does everything by the book, like, you know, plans this whole fucking thing out. One shot, one kill, right in the fucking, right in the jugular. What the fuck's going on with like leaving the gun in the woods? Like, I don't even understand. Like, what is, like, how is it so not sloppy on the one hand, but so unbelievably sloppy on the other hand?